you guys are in for an absolute treat right now. Listen, you guys got to know who it is that we're talking about. And as customary, you guys should know that we don't ever just bring just anybody to talk here to the aviator hierarchy. This is the caliber of people that we bring in and have as guest speakers, man, is just absolutely incredible. We got my brother in the back over here, man, killing it. Less than 25 years old, man, making $24,000. Just sick, man. But listen, what you're going to hear today is you're going to hear another person that was in the business. Listen to these statistics, y'all. Listen to these statistics. Started in the business when he was 21 years old. This was 8 years ago. This guy's 28 years old, right? 29 years old. Went out at RBP at 60 recruits by $60,000 in premium. He broke the company record for the most income in his first year at 24 years old. Get this, y'all. Broke the company record at 24 years old from RBP. Company record for first year. RBP made $330,000 at 24 years old, y'all. Man, he's on track to be one of the second youngest $1 million income earner in the company. Was the youngest in the entire company with a $100,000 base shop, y'all. Running a $100,000 base shop, just killing it. Broke all Louisiana RBP records for in all categories. Not just back then, right? Still staying consistent. Broke them last month, and he sealed it all, breaking all the RBP and above base shop records in premium, in recruiting, in direct recruiting, and licensing. So when you talk about a complete business, that's what you're going to get with this guy. In fact, last month alone, y'all, listen to these statistics. Last month, this young man did 167 recruits by 160,000 of premium in his base shop. And of those 167 RVPs, he did 23 direct recruits last month, guys. This guy is an absolute just monster businessman over here. He's getting his 5th diamond in August, right? Next month, or this month right here, going for the $1 million by convention. He's on the same run that we are. Listen, do you guys see the theme of what's happening? The theme of what we're doing and bringing into here onto these boot camps is we're bringing people that are actually already at $1 million or on track to be $1 million. Look, you copy success to be successful here in this business, and that is exactly what we're getting here. He's gonna make it the second youngest $1 million income earner, second fastest person behind Miguel Illich to get this $1 million income. He said that, but some competition with the aviator hierarchy. But either way, man, we're super excited. He's going to click in the SVP in August, qualifying, and he's going to do his goals for this month coming up, man, is to do 200 by 200, and they're going to absolutely do it. Listen, this is one of my absolute best friends in the entire business, guys. I can't say enough about him. He is absolutely incredible. And like I said, you guys are going to get fed today, man. So help me welcome the incredible, the awesome, we call him the people's champ, Mr. Jake Fruge. Let's go, Jake!
What's up, what's up, what's up? Hey, it's all my people in the house, Tampa. Hey, listen, my favorite family in the whole entire world. I literally call Ed and Yvonne mommy and poppy. It's my favorite 2 people in the whole world. Every time I see Pop, we run up and give each other a big hug. I love them like family. And then, of course, obviously, the Bryn, Jason, Eric, Jack. I mean, those are that's like might as well be in-laws. Just love them so much. Always loved them since I was new in the business. And then, obviously, I mean, so many people in y'all's hierarchy, Melissa, Brad, and Melinda, and then you got Edward, who's just like a little brother to me. I mean, I've been talking to Edward since he was 18 years old, and to watch what he's doing and watch what he's doing in this business, it's just so exciting. And obviously, my boy Leighton, all my regional leaders love Leighton. They're always talking back and forth on Instagram. And so, yeah, man, this hierarchy's family to us, man. Always has been. And even though I'm on my refresh, recharge, revamp vacation, I told Jason I'd still make it happen just because I love you all so much. And obviously COVID kind of screwed some things up for us. I was really excited. And honestly, I just want to say a few other stats. We're also undefeated in volleyball against Jason and Eric. It's unbelievable. So we've never been beaten. But I will tell you this. Jason, Eric, and myself have never been beaten ever against anybody in the world. I remember in Puerto Rico, it was to the point where people had to go home. Like, they literally just got so mad because Eric, Jason, and I were in the pool. It was so bad. We were drinking. We had one drink in this hand and spiking people with this hand in the pool. I mean, it was I think Eric at one point had his eyes closed for 12 minutes and was still spiking on people. I mean, it was unbelievable. I mean, just just unbelievable. So, I mean, it was a blast. We've been having a blast since I can remember. So it absolutely is exciting to be here. And the only correction I made, I didn't do 23 directs last month. I did 23 directs in April to break the record. And then we broke the recruiting record last month at 167. Because I know if there's any number checkers on there like Edward, he probably went watch and look just to check, okay? Because I know how Edward is because he got mad that we beat him last month. And so anyway, so with that being said, super excited to be here today. And guys, I'm going to light this thing up. I'm excited. I told Jason, if I'm going to pull myself off the beach, I mean, I'm literally on a condo on the beach and literally have I already bought all my lawn chairs or beach chairs. We got not 10 of them. And you know, it's crazy. I was thinking about this. And this is just something, if you would have seen my Instagram, by the way, everyone should go follow me on Instagram, Jake Fruge Jr. and or on Facebook. I post a lot of content on there on my story. I suck on actually posting stuff because I'm not really that good at that. I'm getting a team for that. But watch my story. I give a lot of good knowledge on there of what you can do to build your business, and I'm gonna ramp it up. But if you look this morning, I was sitting on the beach at 6:30, just myself, just kind of thanking God, just kind of really, being humble for my blessings, humble for what He's given me. What I come from to what I am today. It's mind-boggling. It really, really is. And you got to be humble and understand. I bought these. I bought these chairs, and so I remember it was so funny because these chairs that I bought. I need to. I'm looking up one more thing, but I brought these chairs from this on the beach, and it was like he was like, it's for the next 5 days. It'll be $450 or something like that. And so anyway, so I gave it to him, and what's funny is back in the day, I remember back in the day that if I wouldn't have even been able to do that if I wanted to. Much less, first off, I wouldn't have got one chair. Okay, I would have done what everyone usually does, which is put yourself on a beach towel with a bunch of sand all over your butt crack and everything else, right? And I friggin' broke as hell, right? Just trying to bum up some water somewhere, right? And today, already the condo, I think I've spent about $4,500 for my team since we've been here. I took them to the water park. I took them, we've got a fishing charter on a big 49-foot yacht tomorrow. These beach chairs were $450. And my point to the thing was, I just handed him the card, right? I didn't even think about it. Just handed him the card. And then, I was walking away and I was like, bro, I just spent what my car note used to be on some chairs, without even thinking about it. And the reason I tell you that story is you got to remember where you come from, because I remember not even being able to afford. I remember when we used to go to dinner, even on the meeting after the meeting, that I used to always say I wasn't hungry, but Lord knows that's not true because I eat everything. And so I used to say I'm not hungry, and I would always get water with lemon, and then you throw a little sweet and low in it, and that's how you get free lemonade, right? And I did that for like 5 years. I would make my own free lemonade because I didn't even want to spend the $2.69 on the lemonade, right? And so now, and my checking, I honestly, I invest a lot of my money. I'm saving about $30,000 a month right now. And in my Ameritrade and different accounts, my mutual funds, my SEPs, everything's maxed out. And I looked at my checking account this morning because, you don't look at it. You get to a point where you don't even look at your checking account anymore because bills coming out and all that confusing me. I'm ADHD. I get all confused. Anyways, but I looked at my checking account. I still have almost $100,000 in my checking account as of this morning because we just keep getting paid. And then I had to, swipe that out, right? So I'm taking another 60,000 out. And I'll probably have another 100,000 in by August because just with securities alone, I've submitted about 1.75 million already submitted that should hit in August. My bonus will be about 25 grand. My investments will pay me about 62,000. And just that's 80 grand. And then you have all of the month of insurance. So next month, God willing, even as an RVP, an SVP, but without the SVP bonus yet, I'll have our first 6-figure month in this business. All right. And so it can change your life. It really, really can change your life if you're willing to make the changes. Okay. And let me show you what I mean by making changes. I'm going to start with this before I really even get into my story. Okay. This is going to be pretty interesting. You're going to love this one. Okay. So this was me prior to Primerica. Okay. So let me go ahead and make this thing. Let's see, move this. How do I move this thing? Dang, come on. There you go. Move this. Move. Click, 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 click. No. So this is me. All right, so this is me a week before I signed my IBA. Okay, I want you to understand, my parents got put in prison when I was 15 years old. I grew up grinding. I grew up hustling. Now I was always big into marketing and distribution. So I was always big into those businesses. And so, just different products and types of things that I was distributing and marketing, product development, advertisement, things like that. In that industry, I was actually about an SVP already. And so I had a huge downline and made a ton of overrides. And it's crazy. I got SVP way faster in that business than this business, which is kind of interesting. They didn't have that many guidelines of QBI, I guess. And so anyways, so I moved out of that industry, and so I found Jesus at 21, and I got a DUI for Mardi Gras. I got a DUI for Mardi Gras on a Saturday. I got bonded out on a Sunday. I went to church Sunday night, gave my life to Christ, got prospected on a Monday, and joined Primerica on a Tuesday. And I've been here ever since, okay? And so I want you to understand that when God wants you, he wants you, and you just got to be willing to answer the call. So that was me, and then this was me. This was me prospecting and networking at all times. This was pretty much what I would do 24/7, okay? I was always multicultural, all right? This was me as a little baby boy passing my securities test. I had that little chin. Nowadays, by the way, another statistic is I also have a beard that Eric and Jason wish they had. That's also another thing we were talking about earlier. And so also speaking at the Atlanta Dome Stadium, it's true. I was speaking at the Atlanta Dome Stadium right there. This was us breaking the company record for the most money ever made at $330,000. That was when I had like a little, I wouldn't even call that a handlebar mustache. That's more like a straight. So that wasn't even that good. All right, then I was living in this apartment when I started. I was living in this apartment, right? Now, don't get it fooling. That's actually the internet photo, right? So that's that photo that they take when they first build the apartment complex. And then 20 years later, you show up to the now apartment complex and everything's black and missing boards. And you're like, what the hell? I thought this was this apartment. They're like, oh, it is. That was when we opened in 1961. Right. And so that's what I was living in. I was driving this Honda Civic, big ballin'. I had the little body. You definitely could stop me. It had a low ride roof. And what I mean by that is the glue lost the stick on the roof. So it would just kind of go to your head. And then it would do like this. When you open the window, your roof would kind of do a little wave action at you. So if you've never had that roof, you've never struggled, okay? If you're not choking when you roll the windows down, you don't know the struggle when insulation comes out. Then I moved to this little trap house. I got to a region leader, making some money, moved to my first home. I was all excited. It even had some landscaping, right? Okay. And then you look here, I had a Toyota RAV4. I drove this Barbie Jeep looking thing. I drove this thing literally until I was making $20,000 a month. $20,000 a month. I was still driving this Toyota RAV. It's like a Barbie Jeep. Okay. And then I moved up to the ATS. And then I got this cute little house here. Then I got my dream car. The CT6 is maxed out. It's loaded. It's orange interior. Just stupid. I mean, like you open the door and it glows at you. It's crazy. Then I bought this home, right? This is the home we live in now. And this is actually home that we're looking at. I also own a real estate company on the side. And this is the home I'm actually building plans for right now. So that's my dream home, right? And then, and if you look here, brother, you got them lions right there. I mean, Jason, that's Jason right here, and Eric on this side. That's the Ortiz brothers. That's actually, it's in remembrance of them. I'm actually going to have under each of them, it's going to say little Jason and little Eric Ortiz. And it's going to be just and I'm saying little because obviously these lions aren't nearly as big as Eric's biceps, right? And so, so we're going to make sure we get that, all right? And then, and so this was then me making $39,000 a month, and now I'm actually $50,000. But this was my 1099 at 25 years old. 1099 25. See, I believe that documentation beats information every day. I'm sorry, documentation beats conversation. And so this is this reality, okay? This is what you can have if you work here. My 1099 this year was over 500. And it's going to get even bigger this year. You know, I'll be having a double comma dance by convention. So I'm super excited. That's what we're going for. Like I said, we'll have a 6-figure month this year. This month it's going to be insane. I could actually get to 2.5 or 2.8 million in securities. I got another trade that I'm working right now. So it can get really ridiculous. And also, so my dream, by the way, is to have a 200 by 200 by 2 million base shop. That's what I want. 200 by 200 by 2 million every month. And that's what we're going to do. But the point is don't let where you were dictate where you're going. I don't care where you're at today. I don't care what your position is. I don't care if you're broke. I don't care if you're rich. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're fat. I don't care if you're skinny. I don't care if you're introvert or an extrovert. I don't care if you're from the hood or you've always been good. It doesn't matter. Listen, whatever you are, I went from a dope dealer to a hope dealer. Okay. So if you want to win here, you can win here, okay? But you've got to understand that you've got to be willing to make some changes. I didn't let where I was dictate where I was going, okay? So today, before I get this thing cranking, you got to have a space and expect to receive something today in your business that's going to take you to the next level. You got to open your eyes and open your ears and open your mind to what God has for you today, because something on this meeting, I don't care if you think you're better. Listen, I don't care if you think the difference between me and the reason why I'm always earning is because I'm always learning. I don't ever think I'm too big for where I'm at. I don't ever think I've already arrived. I don't ever think I already know enough. I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to grow. I'm always pushing myself to the next level. I'm always staying consistent. I'm always asking questions. So I'm telling you today, I don't care if it's one sentence that they say. I mean, one sentence that they say. Like I'm going to tell, I was bragging on Brent Ortiz. I was one of the most fired up MCs of recognition I've ever seen in my entire life. I literally walked out of my apartment in my condo, some of my people were still sleeping. And I was like, bro, you can't get ahead laying in bed. But, you know, we're on there fired up out of her freaking mind. I mean, how in the world can you sleep through a time like this, right? I felt like Alan on The Hangover. I was like, pants at a time like this? Okay. I was literally didn't want to get dressed. I just heard Brandon was just like, my gosh, screw getting ready. I'm just going to listen to her get fired up. I mean, how can you not be fired up of that recognition? I was learning from her on how to recognize people. I love the presentation. Brent, by the way, if you could email that to me, I would love that just to get some ideas of how I can do it at my Zoom recognitions. But I mean, it was unbelievable. And y'all just don't know how lucky you are. Honestly, don't know how lucky you are to have the coaches y'all have. I mean, y'all are so blessed. Okay. So, I go start getting this thing. I'm just going to let you know ahead of time. It's probably going to go slightly over just because we were backed up with recognition and stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and get this started. Let's get it started and let's get it started and All right, let's go. Here we go. Where we go. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Let's see. Where am I at? Hold on. Bang. Here we go. All right, Bryn, if you can unmute yourself or somebody, let me know y'all can see this and let me know my audio is clear. Am I good to go?
Everything's good. You're good. You're a little choppy every now and then, but overall very good.
Okay, good. Well, that's because I'm chopped and screwed. You heard?
That's right.
All right, here we go. 12-month game plan, Here we go. This is going to be unbelievable. So I hope you got your pen ready. I'm ready to light this mother trucker on fire. So let's get it done. Let's get it done. Here we go. So we got number one, you got to begin with the end in mind. Number one, you got to begin with the end in mind. Okay. You cannot win in this business if you don't know why you're doing it. You cannot win in this business if you don't know why you're doing it. See, if you're walking around with no target, how the hell do you ever expect to hit one? See, you've got to have your goals ready right now. You've got, Jasmine, I see you out there. You got to make sure that you got your goals in front of you at all times. All you should talk, teach, train, constantly concerning goals. Where are you headed? What are you going for? Let me tell you something. Nobody joins the business for where you're at. Everyone joins the business for where you're going. No one cares what you're making. They care what moves you're making. They want to know, are you going to be better than, see, listen, Steve Jobs was not who he was when he started, right? The Google brothers were not who they were when they started, but they had a vision. Jeff Bezos, I remember when all he sold was books, used books on Amazon. And now he sells everything from coffees to coffin, right? So you've got to understand that you got to know where you're headed and you got to be aiming at it religiously, okay? And number two, you got to keep your team focused on, number one, promotions. You've got to get promotions in motion. You cannot expect to win if you're not promoting people. You got to focus them on the recognition of Primerica. I mean, how amazing that our company has such an amazing recognition program where everybody can feel special. Everybody, Johnny Pollock, can feel like a winner in this business. Everybody can feel special in this business. Stephanie Craig, if you're not worried about getting recognized, then how would you ever have a team worried about getting recognized? See, you've got to fight hard for recognition so your team fights hard for recognition. Jana Reed, you've got to make sure that you stay focused on the contest, the competition. People say, well, I'm not that competitive. Well, so what? Listen, you attract what you are, not what you want. I'm going to say that again. You attract what you are, not what you want. So what that means, if you want a competitive team, you better get competitive. It better become who you are so you can actually attract the people who are. See, a lot of people want a consistent team, but they're the most inconsistent people I've ever met, right? A lot of people want a team that's going to focus on their business, but they're the most unfocused I've ever met. So you've got to get competitive. I don't care if you compete for being on time. I don't care if you compete for how you dress. You get your team in a room and say, hey, we're going to be the most competitive people ever. We're going to dress the best. No team's going to dress better than us. No team's going to show up early like we will. And what happens is you'll start having people buy into that, and then you'll have everyone showing up early, and you said, see, we're the best team. We're the best team. And then you turn that into apps. You got to start. And, of course, keep your team focused on the goals. You can never not focus on the goals, okay? Never not focus on the goals. So look at this. You got to have reasonable time frames and reasonable results, okay? Reasonable time frames and results, okay? Hold on real quick. Let me make sure. Hold on, guys, real quick. All right, so reasonable results and reasonable time frames. See, this is something I've always seen. A lot of people come into Primerica and say, oh, I'm going to be $1 million earner in 4 years. Okay, you're lying to yourself, okay? You've got to be reasonable with yourself. There's nothing wrong. Listen, I'm in my 8th year right now, clicking over 500,000 right now. SNSD is going to be within that year, this 7 to 10 years. And $1 million will be in the 17 years. Listen, what's funny to me is I have friends. This is my favorite. And Eric Ortiz, you probably have had this happen to you, where you tell somebody what you're doing and how you're winning, and you know what they say? Well, yeah, but you've been doing that for like 7 years. I mean, you've been doing that for like 10 years. I mean, God, you've been doing that forever. And it's like, bro, you're going to still be doing what you do for 40 years and still be broke. What the hell are you talking about? I don't care if it took me 10 years, 20 years to make $1 million a year. When are you going to make $1 million a year? Oh, I know the answer. How about never? Okay, never is a long time, right? So why in the world would we talk about how long it takes? Listen to this. Write this quote down. Oh, this is good. Someone told me this. They said, the minute you stop caring about how long it's going to take is the minute it won't take that long. I'm going to say that again. The minute you stop caring about how long it's going to take is the minute that it won't take that long. You got to stop putting time limits on yourself and expectations. Stop putting limits, put time frames, goals, but not all. If I'm not making blank by this time, I'm quitting. Well, that's why you've already lost, right? You got to be reasonable with yourself. Focus your team's growing on attendance, right? Focus your team growing on attendance. All right, you got to start with attendance. If you get a lot of people attending, then obviously they're going to bite the fire. They're going to feel the fire. They're going to feel the excitement, and then you're going to get from attendance. You're going to get recruits. Okay, just like Edward Fernandez is just killing it right now, and he's doing the right thing. He's focused on recruiting a whole bunch of people. Okay, and then that's going to turn into licensing, and then because licensing starts happening, that's going to turn into leadership. And when leadership starts happening, that turns where cash flow comes in. And then next thing you know, you start building leaders, okay? So with that being said, move yourself through the cycle. Move yourself through the cycle. Number one, fast start planner. You got to have a very simple but moving fast start planner. I'm talking you got to move those people into the field as fast as possible, okay? You got to get them focused and excited on taking this thing to the next level, okay? Fast start planning. Then what you got to do is you got to get them into the field. They got to get in the field fast. You got to get them showing success. See, Zoom has made it even easier, but I believe it's easier to get someone in the field extremely fast now. Why? Because you can literally say, hey, what you doing right now? What's your family doing right now? Nothing awesome. Let's set up a Zoom meeting right now. You can get someone on the phone and on the Zoom meeting in 5 minutes, right? So you can get them in the field faster, okay? Get them to the meetings. I know y'all's hierarchy has tons of meetings, tons of stuff to plug into. Get them to that, okay? Obviously, a lot of this stuff right now we can't really do because of COVID, but there's a lot of these things on there that we can do, and if it's all Zoom, it's all Zoom. I think one of the most important ones was potlucks. You gotta have, and let's say Hector Rivas or Rivas, all right. If I butchered that, sorry, Spanish. I don't know. Hey, Hector, 5 people at your house. You get every little dish, get in there. And I remember when I had 3 people in that little trap house little thing, selling the dream about how we were going to be the biggest team in Louisiana, right? Expose your team. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can. Now we can.
All right, good. I had disconnected. Now I'm back. Let's see. Oh, and just so y'all know how much I love y'all, last night my condo, we were in a big condo. It's like a 12-story condo, like basically caught on fire at somewhere. And at 1 o'clock in the morning, they freaking kicked every single person out. Had fire trucks here and all kinds of crap. It was the most unbelievable thing in the entire world. And people are still here. So that's why I have a little Wi-Fi issue. Might have burned a router or two. All right. So spend time with your team, man. Spend time with your team, okay? Make sure you're spending time with them, not just business-wise, but also socially, right? Make sure that you're personally spending time with them. Going to the movie theater, going to the bowling alley. Right now, everything's closed. That's fine. Get them to your house. Play volleyball in your backyard. Get badminton. I mean, you're spending your time with your team, right? Socially and business. Socially and business. Not just one or the other. See, there's some people that they just hang out with their team all the time. They go to clubs, they drink, party with them. Cool, but they never talk about business. And then you wonder why you have a bunch of motivated idiots with no direction. Well, because all they want to do is stay around you to drink. But if you have a bunch of people, and then you also have the other people that all they ever talk about is business. That's all they ever talk about. Well, then now you don't have no relationships being built. The minute they feel like they're productive, or quit because they don't feel like I really like them unless they're producing. Right? So make sure you spend time with them, okay? You and your number one focus should be, A, you got to personally sell. Guys, listen to me. We did 167,000 at the base shop last month, okay? But I did 19,000 of that personal, right? I'm never going to tell my team to do something I don't do. I have records in Louisiana. The most I've ever done was 40,000 in personal. It was like 39,800 in personal premium. Got 23 directs in a month. I'm never going to tell my team to do something I'm not willing to do. You've got to go out there and personally sell. Not to mention you make your freaking money. I mean, golly, if you're an RVP on a 110% contract, you do 40,000 in personal premium. You just wrote yourself a check for 40 grand. I mean, hello. You don't have to tell me that I don't like ramen noodles anymore. I like ribeye. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make money, right? So then you should also be field training, making sure you're personally selling, but field training, okay? Diversification. If you heard, I talked about investments a little bit, right? I don't just sell a bunch of insurance, okay? I do insurance. I do investments. We were number one in Louisiana for alarm systems, number 3 in the nation for Vivint. We do everything. Anything that we do, anything that makes money, anything that can make someone else money, we do. I don't care. If it makes money, and when we get these loans in Louisiana, oh my Lanta. I'm gonna be blowing these things up like crazy. I'm gonna be like Oprah in that mother trucker. You get an application, you get an application, you get an application, you get an application. Bro, everybody's getting an application. I think I'm gonna have them fill out their IBA, and when they fill out their state paperwork, they're gonna fill out a refinance application. It's just gonna be instant, right? I'm gonna make sure people are getting paid. I'm gonna make sure people are getting money, okay? You and your team must master prospecting, okay? Prospecting is one of the most important things to master. You've got to master prospecting. And it doesn't matter which way you're prospecting, social media, in person, referrals, I don't care. You just always got to have new names coming. You always got to have new people coming, new names coming, okay? But you got to have referrals. Now, listen, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I get a ton of referrals. I mean, not a ton of them. I'm good at them, but I don't call none of them, okay? Now, not because I don't want to. It's because I have too big of a base shop. I'm training someone, like I'm booked today, like later tonight. I'm booked tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I got follow-ups all the way up to next Friday, right? And so I personally don't go on referrals. But if you don't have a ton of recruiting going on, referrals is how you're going to jumpstart your business, and then you should recruit the clients. That's how you're going to get your business moving. Is that making sense, Jasmine? I hope that's making sense to you, right? C, overcome objections. You got to master overcome objections. There ain't that many objections in Primerica. I mean, they're all pretty much the same. And once you master them, then you're good, okay? So once again, if you're mastering all these objections, you're good to go. And the last one is closing techniques, right? Closing techniques. You got some of the best salespeople in y'all's organization, best salespeople ever. Master them. And if you don't know something, go to the best person in your state and ask them what they're saying, what they're doing, right? Hey, what the hell are you saying to close all that, right? Just ask someone around. Whoever's the best in your hierarchy, Stephanie Craig, go ask them, right? Go ask them. Hey, what you doing to sell someone's insurance, right? It's just that simple, okay? You look at Landon, big Landon. By the way, nice haircut, Landon. Looking fly as hell. I like it. Bam. All right. But you look at that. You and your team must become a people magnet, which I'll talk about in a little bit, but you must become a people magnet. You should have people skills. Listen, this business, you attract them into Primerica. I'm going to say it again. You don't recruit people into Primerica. You attract people into Primerica. So if your people skills suck, you're going to repel them like a magnet versus attract them like a magnet. Okay, you're going to repel them versus attract them. Okay? Number 10, you and your team must become leaders and people of influence. People of influence. See, leadership is one word. Influence. If you're not influencing people to do something, then you're not leading them. Listen, John 12 one time said, you're out there thinking you're leading, and you look behind you and there's no one there. then you're not leading anyone. You're just taking a. And that stuff hit me. I said, man, well, then who do I have behind me? Who am I influencing? See, one of those stats we didn't read off last month, we broke the company record in Louisiana for the most premium in Louisiana, most recruiting in Louisiana, but we also promoted the biggest regional of Louisiana ever of all time. Kenny James did 82,000 by 82 recruits last month. 82,000 by 82 recruits. That was a regional leader in my office. 82,000 by 82. Right? So he's now the biggest regional leader ever. Beat out Eugene Lazard, beat out me, beat out a guy named Shay Dufresne. He beat all of our records. See, success, there's no true success without a successor. So if you don't have someone behind you that you've taught how to do this business to, then you really aren't successful. I don't care how good you are. You're just a person. You're just a salesperson, right? So let me unshare this one, okay? That was part one of this training. That was part one. Okay, now we got to figure out, I got this next one that's going to be nasty. Let me see if this is the one. Hold on. Hold on real quick. Let me get this one out.
Keep going, Jake. You're killing it right now, man. So proud of you, brother. We're getting fed over here, man. All of us are super excited to hear from you, man. And you're doing fantastic, bro. Keep feeding us.
You got it, bro. You got it. Let's see. I'm starving too, man. Shoot, let me go eat. Let's see where we at. Hold up. Bam, here we are. All right, so I'm going to get through this one. If I can get through this one in time, I'm going to do my little quick people skills training. If I don't get through this one, it's going to have somewhat of the people skills in it. All right, but there's some good stuff. I got this from my coach, obviously, Bill Whittle. Me and him put together this presentation. It's unbelievable. Me and him and a lot of the leaders just giving him. He's one of the best ever. I mean, that's my mentor, my coach. I mean, the dude's just a freaking daggum stud. So here we go. Art Williams said you should spend 50% of your time prospecting and 50% of your time across the kitchen table. All it means is you should always either be setting an appointment or getting on an appointment. Setting an appointment or getting on an appointment. That's all I ever talk about. If it's not about getting me in front of the next person that I could change their life, then I ain't doing it. If it don't get me closer to my goal, it gets me farther from my goal. And if it don't get me closer to the table, it gets me farther from the table. So if it's not about setting an appointment, I don't want to talk about it. Listen, I've been in Gulf Shores, Jason. Dude, this is hilarious. I've been in Gulf Shores now for only 2 days. And I've already got 9 maybe 11 numbers, like 7 of them are managers of all these businesses. And I already got 11 numbers. Somebody set an investment. I was like, well, that's garbage. I'm getting 25% of my mutual funds. She was like, well, I need to move my money over. I'm like, yes, you do. And we set an appointment on the spot. Listen, I'm not playing no games. Listen, I recruited a guy and wait, watch this. It's even better. We were stopping in Gulfport for gas, and I saw this nutrition store. I had to give me some new pre-workout. I went in there, and the dude saw our shirt and said Primerica. He said, oh, man, I have a friend that does that. I just didn't know if I had time, but, man, I've got a marketing degree. I got my MBA. I've got an advertisement degree. I said, man, what the hell are you doing in this thing? Man, blah, blah. We started talking, and he was like, man, I'm in. I don't even drive down to Lafayette to do my interview, blah, 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 blah. Listen, I got his number in Gulfport. I'm going to open 3 offices on 1 trip. I'm not playing no games, baby. I'm here to expand. I'm here to change lives. I'm here to do big daggum things, right? And so that's the mindset you got to have. Listen, 50% of your time should be selling the dream, and 50% of the time should be selling the crusade. Listen, you got to stop thinking that you showing your life is bragging. Listen, I battled with that for 5 years. Like, I wouldn't talk about my income. I wouldn't talk about my vacations. I've taken 68 vacations in the last 3.5 years. 68 vacations with 150. Listen, last month, I was in Gulf Shores for 1 week, Mississippi for 4 days, and Dallas for a week last month, and did 160 by 160 in the base shop, right? That's a dream. But it's because we have our people focused on the crusade. It's because even when I'm on vacation right now, I have responsibilities. Even when I'm on vacation right now, I have duties for my people. I'm still grinding. I'm still answering the phone calls. Listen, I don't have to vacation because my freaking life is a vacation. I live a vacation. I made a life that I don't have to vacation from. See, if you've got a vacation all the time, you got a crappy ass life. You need to look at yourself and say, why aren't you happy? Why don't you have joy? Why aren't you fulfilled? If you're waking up every day with purpose, you don't have to vacation from nothing. Oh, I don't even call it vacation. You know what I say? I'm just changing my environment. I'm not vacationing. I am a vacation. If you just hang out with me for 3 hours, you'll see I'm a vacation. Anything I'm doing, I'm having fun. That's just who I am. Why? That's a dream. That's a crusade. You got to have a blast, okay? Look at this. You can't sell what you don't own. What does that mean? If you don't have your own dream, how are you going to sell one? I'm going to say that again. If you're not believing your own dream, how are you going to sell one? You got to have a dream, Ray Trumba. You got to have a dream. And if you don't believe in that dream, then who else will? Man, come on, prime time. Come on, Jay Cassio. You got to be dreaming again. You got to be excited again. By the way, nice beard, my brother. Right? Listen to this, man. You got to master the art of building a client base and a sales force. Man, oh my gosh, Jason, look at all these freaking videos that are hidden. Oh my God. And man, listen, in my hierarchy, if your video is hidden, you get kicked off the daggone meeting. We don't play none of this crap. Man, y'all lucky. Y'all got it easy out there. Y'all, man, all the ones who are showing their video, y'all the real winners. I mean, everyone else, let me tell you something. Because listen, I'm going to be honest with you. And listen, don't take it wrong, Jason. I'm sorry. I'm going to be a little coach for a little second. Okay. But let's be honest here. Do you walk in a real meeting in person and have your face looking like this? Do you have your face look like that? No. You're in the daggum meeting. You're present. You're smiling. You're dressed nice. You're sharp. You got a freaking daggum notebook and you're taking notes. How you doing your meeting taking a dump on the toilet right now? You ain't paying attention. You're out there freaking squeezing a freaking pinching one off. How are you going to be freaking paying attention? Some of you are still laying on the pillow right now and you wonder why I'm beating you every month is you're not even at a daggum table with a notebook. You can't beat a person like me with your daggum video hidden. Are you kidding me? I will wax you every month because at every meeting I'm in, every meeting I'm paying attention, every meeting I'm in there. And I'm making 60 grand. I'm not even 30 years old yet. I've got over 400,000 saved. I'm not even 30 yet. I'll have 1 million saved before I'm 31 years old. Don't play me. You got to, man, these meetings, you got to be engaged. You got to be, just because it's Zoom, listen, your business ain't going to be booming if you're hiding your face while you zooming. Come on now. Get excited. Show some energy. Yeah, you heard that, Eric. That was nice. Boy, that was a rap. Boy, rhyme on time, baby. I was a rapper back in the day, right? Listen, you can't play no games. You got to have fun with this thing. But at the same time, man, I'm seeing too many things. Now I see Ramina, look at her smiling. How do you want, look, I got to see leg shit. There's Ed Ortiz, Big Papi, right? I mean, how can I be able to have, look, Big Danner or Atlanta or whatever your name is, looking like a stud. Man, see now all these other people hidden, you got to ask yourself, what the hell am I hiding for? Man, come on, man. Listen, we're a marketing business. Back to this, man. Sorry, I just had to coach a little bit. Eric, if I was too hard on you people, bro, I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. Some of them, they're trying to pinch and run now. They're trying to pinch it off and run to the freaking video now. All right? Look at it. They're like, oh, my God, he sees me pooing. Is my video hidden? All right? So, look, we're in a marketing and distribution business, okay? We're in a marketing and distribution business. You don't get paid for what you do. You get paid for what you get done. You don't get paid for what you do. You get paid for what you get done. What does that mean? That means that you don't have to do it, but you got to get done by recruiting and training other people to get the job done, right? We don't recruit to recruit. We recruit to build people. You build a leader, you build a relationship, you build a friend, you build a mentor, you build a visionary, you build a team player, and then that business will take off and run itself like it is, okay? You must develop one. Recruiting is nothing more than a sales process. Listen, when I'm recruiting somebody, I'm assumptively assuming that they love their family, they're responsible, they have drive and ambition, and they're not stupid. So if they got drive and ambition and love their family and they're broke, and I show them an opportunity that can change their life and they're not stupid, then obviously they're going to join the business and change their life. I mean, obviously. Now, if they're stupid, that means they're going to still say they're good knowing that they can't pay their mortgage. That's called stupidity. Okay? All right, number 2, keys to selling. You got to educate them. So the first thing you got to do is you got to educate. You got to become their friend. You got to educate them first. You got to educate them first. Then you got to disturb them or let them realize where they're at. Where they're at. By the way, if any of my people in the condo is in a training, Sabrina, hey, bring me a Powerade. Appreciate it. I'm dying over here, Eric. I'm dying over here. I'm putting it out. I done drank my whole Powerade. I'm done. I'm used to these fast start schools where you can be like, and they like run up a water. I'm stuck here in my room by myself. No one's coming. All right. Bam. Toss it. Toss it. Toss it. Toss it. Bam. There we go. Hands. Oh, just like that. Just like that, Eric. Breath. If you ain't running out of spit, then you ain't putting it out on the line.
That boy thirsty.
Oh, hey, dude, it's going already. Bam. All right, there we go. That's in party days. All right, that's what happens when you play volleyball with Eric. You get good at downing drinks. All right. So listen, you're one recruit away from explosion. You're one recruit away from explosion. Listen, you have to believe, and I mean believe, that this recruit is your next superstar. Listen, I'm not kidding you guys. When I recruit somebody, I have a split personality. They're either RVP or they're going to quit. That's just that simple. It's one or the other. Now, until they quit, they're an RVP. I talk to them like an RVP. I coach them like an RVP. I train them like an RVP. I build a friendship with them like an RVP. And when they quit, I don't go, oh my God, they quit. No, it's already supposed to happen. So I go, oh, quit. He went an RVP. But this next guy, oh my God, this guy's going to be a stud. This woman's a daggum studette. I mean, man, she quit too? Oh, shoot. But this guy is unbelievable, right? See, every person I recruit, my team hears it over. You know how tired they are of hearing, this is going to be my next superstar? I say it to everybody. But you know what's funny? One of them will be. See, when you think about a gambler, what do? Every time they pull that lever, they legitimately believe it's going to be a jackpot. Think about it. Now, we know about all the freaking numbers and all the reality is it's like 89,000 pulls per jackpot. But they swear that by 7:32 a.m., 2 Coronas down, 3 cigarettes is the right amount, and with the lanyard positioned just perfectly, that's the pool that's going to give them the freaking money. It's hilarious. They got all these like little chants. They got these little like superstitions like max bet 3 times the minimum bet. Then max bet 3 times the minimum bet. And it's like, bro, what the hell are you talking about? It's a freaking computer game, right? But that's what they really believe. And that's why they get hooked. So watch this. If they can get hooked on something as simple as a little bitty baby stupid computer game, watch this. How come you don't get hooked on recruiting? How come you don't get hooked on prospecting? How come you don't get addicted to recruiting and building? You know why? Because you don't believe you're going to hit a jackpot. But if you believe you're going to hit a jackpot, you get addicted. Listen, if there was a 1-800 prospecting hotline, I'd have to call it. I'm addicted. I can't look at you. If you smile at me and I smile at you, I got your number. It's done deal. It's over. You might as well already give me your phone. I'm already going to it's over. I'm addicted to that crap. I prospect 40 people a day and only call 1 because I'm so busy, but I can't stop. I just love it because this is my guy. This is my RVP. This is the one. And that's how you have to believe it every time. And understand that winners are chasers. The cart burst the bass, right? Watch this. All right, let's go. So, look, you got carp and you got bass. You got carp and you got bass. Listen to this. Winners are chasers. Okay, what I mean by that? You have the carp, right? When you're fishing, right? They're free bleeders, so you can't set the hook because it rips the thing out their mouth, right? And they're stupid fish. I mean, they're the dumbest fish in America, right? You literally put a little stupid bait on, and you just walk them in, and they'll be running away from you, and then you just walk the thing, and they do this. And they turn around and literally swim to the freaking shore, and you just put them on the shore and let them die. It's crazy. But then you got bass. You throw it, and bam, they hit it. Bam, right? Listen, when you recruit a person and they don't get off to a fast start, or they don't want to show up to meetings, or they don't want to set appointments, it's a carp. It's not your fault. You caught a carp, and you're over here trying to get them to do something. It's a carp. It's a carp. They're not going to do anything. No matter what you do, they're not going to turn into a bass. If they don't want to get off their ass, they're not a bass. It's just that simple. Listen, a lot of people in America have a disease called TMOA. It's TMOA, TMOA. Too much on ass. That's why you're broke. All right? That's why you're broke. If you have TMOA, it's uncurable unless you put a dream into them. You got to inject a dream into them, but most of them are carp. Listen, you're sitting there riding a donkey wondering why you're not winning the freaking Kentucky Derby. It's a donkey. It's not a freaking stallion. It's not a thoroughbred. You recruited a donkey. You're sitting there going, yeah, and he's going, ee-haw, ee-haw, and you're wondering, like, why is this donkey not, this horse is slow. It's a donkey. And you're kicking him like, come on, donkey, come on, right?
Jake's coming back in here in a minute. Yo, do we got horses or do we got donkeys on this chat over here? We got thoroughbred stallions up in this thing, man. That's what's up. I hope you guys are taking notes. Jake is bringing it here, man. It's been absolutely incredible. That's right, Melinda. I know you a stallions all day long. Thoroughbreds, man. And, man, absolutely incredible. Great job, y'all, for taking notes. Looks like Jake is getting disconnected out there in Alabama. But you know what? It's 10:59. Coach, you want to come and address the team and just finish us off here? Because I know we're getting to the end of this time. But guys, man, I really appreciate y'all getting on this thing. With that being said, man, I know Jake, if he comes back on, that's great. If it's not, it's all good because I know we got fed with a lot of different stuff. I promise you, guys, don't worry. We got the recording on this thing, and I will make sure that Jake sends out this slideshow so that we can distribute it out to the rest of the team. But, man, really appreciate you guys doing that. With that being said, let me go ahead and pass it to our coach. And we'll finish it off. So here you go, Coach.
All right, man. What up? Hey, man, what a meeting, man. This was absolutely phenomenal. Jake, hope you're on, but you killed it, man. And really, truly appreciate everything that you've done there, man. And, man, it was awesome. So, guys, hey, look at this beauty, man. Look at this, man. I am telling you, we're having the time of our life over here. We're at a beach house and just brought in some of the winners that it kind of tore it up during the month of July. And so we're celebrating. And this month, we're going to do the same thing. So come on, give it everything you got, man. Give it everything you got. And we're going to build it good. We're going to build this. You know, it's just a great, great, great family business. And as you can see, I mean, hey, this is going to be absolutely phenomenal what's happening right here. But next time, want to let you guys know about that. Now, this is kind of give you a little indication of where we're at right now. We put some goals out, and our goals for the month of August and the month of July, just want to let everybody know, in the month of July, our goal was to do 500 recruits, 500 recruits as a team, as a hierarchy. We did 560, guys. We tore this thing up, okay? So we're increasing it right now. It's the 670. Okay, so we're going 670. So far right now, we got over 60 recruits. We're a tenth of the way. Okay, so we got to get that. All right. And our premium, man, we're looking at we shot for 300. We did almost 300, 297. So right now we're shooting for 400,000 in premium. So let's go to work, man. So here's my challenge to every single one of you right now. Every single one of you, man, I suggest you just put a little goal out there and say, man, by Monday, hey, let me go get one recruit. Let me build my business. Let me take this weekend and build a business. Let me start doing something, okay? Because it's all one step at a time. And if you do one step at a time and you teach others how to do it, trust me, you're going to have an awesome, phenomenal business that will give you anything and everything that you need. And it's about, taking care of the family. So I'm going to bring up the great, my beautiful wife over here, Yvonne. And as y'all know, I just want to have for her to share some information here.
Absolutely. Hey, team, I am just so pumped up and so excited. I'm telling you, starting from that recognition today, it is unbelievable the amount of winners that we have in this team. It is so amazing the people that have stepped up to the plate and say, I'm going to live like the Ortizes live, and we are so proud because, we talk about the Ortizes all the time, but you are our family. You are our kids too. And we are so proud to be able to rise to the top together, nobody left behind. I know Jake said some strong words in there, but I'm telling you guys, everything said by Jake, it's from the heart, and it's the same things that we all want to tell people, but sometimes we don't dare to do it. I'm telling you, it is our responsibility to go out there, guys, make it happen, because weakness does not deliver for families, guys. I'm telling you, Ed and I standing here today, and we can sit down and talk about all the different things that we had to go through, and you will probably be like, wow, really, that was awesome. It doesn't matter. We're here. And we're delivering for our family, and we're helping you deliver for yours. And that's what has to happen, guys. So let's go out there the month of August. Let's go deliver big, guys. Let's go do something special. And let's just not only be the ones clapping for people all the time, let's be the one that people clap for us because we're achieving our goals and dreams. So guys, I love you so much. We're going to enjoy this beach in here. I love you. Let's take it to the top.
All right, everybody.
I'm passing it back to Eric to close us out.
All right, Eric, come on, chant it out. Come on, let's go, Eric.
All right, guys. All right.
Eric,
Eric.
Hey.
Ow!